Good afternoon or good morning. I thought it would be prudent to put together a visual presentation of the IoE Control Center, specific the Amazon Web Services technology that our operators run their access control, view Smart Eye, run some of the sensors and technologies that we allow integration to, like the Honeywell Lyric, all through this central repository of information. It's also where all the reporting is available. It's also where the dashboarding is available, the alerts, the scheduling, but we'll get into all of that. So you can see I have actually logged into Amazon Web Services or our Insomniac CIA Control Center. On the left-hand side, you have the main menu, pretty straightforward. If you have any notifications or alerts, you can go to the notification center and anything would be there. This would be specific to your portfolio of facilities. So I'm working in an administrative version right now, so you can see in the lower left-hand corner, it's all 4,564 properties that are currently using Insomniac IoE and OpenTech IoE, and all of the things that kind of come along with it. We're adding roughly 80 to 115 new facilities per month. So we're very, very excited about the value that the operators are seeing in the field. And I'll try and keep this as concise as possible so you have a general idea how to compare it to your existing access control system or systems that you're evaluating with us. So in the upper left-hand corner, you can see a dashboard, which I'll get to in just a second, the facility map, which is where we're at now, or the reports. These are all for the portfolio view. So if I have a portfolio of products, so simply storage management, for example, you would only see your own stuff, obviously. But I can report and I can see a facility map of all of my facilities, not just them individually, which was asked for, requested, obviously, and very important. So my ability to run reports across our entire portfolio is something that we added in early on in the process. So let's go back to the facility map, and then let's take a look at it from the map perspective. Let's use simply as an example. So you can see on the map here, it pops up in the circles. It'll tell you there are 10 within this area, 11 with this area. And as you drill down further and further, you'll see they'll come up as individual sites. Okay. So the red, yellow, green is pretty straightforward. It tells you if all of the technologies are working. So is your internet up? Do we have power to all the keypads? Is the property management system chatting with the control center? And are we capturing all that information and data that you would like? You can see here one of them is red. If I click on that right on the map, it will tell me the gateway has a tamper alarm. So that means someone opened up the gateway door and did not reset the tamper tag. So you may have had somebody come out and service the system or something like that, so it may be perfectly legitimate, but instead of you reacting to stuff breaking, what we're doing is creating this environment where you can be very proactive. No alarms are active for this facility, so that's the hardwired door alarms. Device status. So we have detected a tamper at one of the devices. So in this particular case, it's most likely a keypad. Okay. The PMS interface is not communicated for over the last 16 hours. So this is really important information, right? So I don't know, maybe we have a power outage. Maybe the facility manager turned off that computer. And these are all important things for you to know before it impacts customers. Okay. So if I want to drill down on that facility and get more information, I can click at the facility level here, and but I'll actually show you that in just a second. So let's drill down to a facility here in Dallas. And I click on that actual facility. So this brings us to our dashboard for that specific facility. See in the upper left-hand corner where they're located. You can see that we have green across the gateway. We have green at each of the devices, so the keypads, and other devices we would be watching. If we had integration to the alarms, that would be fine. And then the applications that we are actually running. If I click on view info in there, it will actually tell me, so that this was yellow or red, it would tell me what happened. So in this particular case, this is striking the storage genie. That is the technology that lets people on and off the property. So you can see some visitors and some tenants have accessed when they actually accessed. I can view that data far more significantly. Okay, I can export that data at any time I want. Okay, so underneath each of these, I have little tidbits of information of, that we feel is important to us, and I'll show you where we access that data in a little simpler fashion. So you can see here visitors on site if I'm a facility manager or if I'm running partially manned or remote managing my properties, then I can just go in and I can see who's on site. Okay, so if I click on that, it'll actually open it up and it'll say Robert Pratt has logged in and is on the property right now. Okay, so if I had 15 people on there, it would list out all 15. Okay. Below that, I've got actions I can take at the facility level. Now you can see this is a pretty good sized facility. Building, entry, sliding door, building A, entry, sliding door 2, exit keypad, sliding door 2. So what we do is we do a very specific configuration of your site. Okay, we want security to be rock solid for you, so people can access the climate controlled buildings. People can only access their own building. People can only access the third floor because that's where their unit's at. People can only access between these hours. So we have really, really high level and very granular security and ways for you to help your customers understand that this is the right place for them or the right operator to use. I can also remotely manage the facility. And what I mean by that is that I can open these doors and gates right here. I don't have to physically be at the site. I don't have to, I log right into Amazon Web Services. I can do this for any of my properties, regardless of where I'm at on the beach, as long as I have an internet connection in real time. Okay. If you go to the lower left-hand corner, you've got Keypad Lockdown, disable facility access. So we all deal with weather. I think this is a Texas facility. Last year, Texas had a massive freeze. And basically, I can push one button and disable the facility right from here. Where these things are really important for us is to tie it all together to make the customer experience an excellent one. So if I go to configuration, and I go to keypad messages. Okay, I can create as many keypad messages as I want. Right? And if we have actually shut down the facility or if they're trying to access an area, on that OLED on the keypad, which is beautiful and bright green, you will actually see it. And if I can just show you here real quick. So the example we gave is that everything froze, you got snow, you got water, whatever it is. You don't want people on the property at this point in time. Well, normally they just show up, they put in their keypad, it doesn't work, right? They're trying to get to their stuff. Well, in our particular case, the keypad message will pop up and say, welcome to Simply Self Storage. This facility is closed due to inclement weather. Please call this 800 number, or go to your app and please send us an email, or whatever that looks like. Go to our website, whatever instructions you want to give to them at the keypad, so they're not just wondering what to do and frustrated. It gives them, information. Okay. So let me go back to the facility itself. Okay. So not only our ability to lock down the facility, but to also have that message pop up on the OLED and let everybody know that it's closed due to inclement weather. Okay. Imagine alerts also that could be sent out. This particular property doesn't have integration, but there's some of the other integrations that we have. We integrate to the Honeywell Lyric, so you can do your, you can set your timings here. If the ambient temperature inside and outside is varying to 15 degrees, you can reduce the air conditioning up a little bit in Arizona, or you can add the heat a little bit to make it more comfortable for your clients. Again, I don't have to be there. I've got that centralized with the Honeywell Lyric. Okay? Smart Eye is actually our ability to monitor your cameras in real time, but that we'll do on a different demonstration. So the dashboard also shows you the most recent visitors, the most active visitors, and each of these I can actually click on to sort. I can expand the information. I can see who's got the most visits, look like Brian Warrens. And all of this information is going to be available and via reports also. This is just a quick snapshot of it. You can also see in the upper right-hand corner, we give you the ability to configure your dashboard. If you want to add widgets or remove widgets, you can do all of that right here in the control center. So you can see the data that's important to you or your facility managers, district managers, whoever it is, remote managers that are servicing. As I scroll down here, you can see the popular times and days that people visit. So this can help you better understand if you do need to have some people there for a few hours on certain days. It sure looks like Wednesdays, interestingly enough, at this particular property, are a big day. Now, you may have big commercial folks that come in on Wednesdays, whatever that is, but this data combined with the data you already have will help inform some of the decisions you make operationally, especially when you're running your facilities remote. The number or percentage of tenants that visit. So this is just basically 32 or 3.75% of your customers visited on a weekly basis. We can see it on a monthly basis also. So a pretty good percentage, a little over 10% of the folks visit this particular facility every month. Okay. Information. This is all real time from your property management solution. Okay. So this has 742. It's got 148. So it looks like about 85%. And this is in lease up. I just happen to know that particular one right now. So, and number of delinquent units. Right. I can drill down on all this information. And then the super granular, who did what and when. So I can hover over this, and it says access was granted at 6 a.m. this morning. The red is somebody punched in an invalid password, et cetera, et cetera. So I can see this information, and you can actually see it at a super granular level. Who was it? Which keypad did they try and log into? So this is a lot of information. You may not want to see this on your facility, but the point is that you don't have to be at the facility to manage the facility. Okay. So let's go to visitors and units. This is all of your visitors in the system. All of the tenants and non-tenants. Obviously, you've got landscapers, or you've got plumbers, or you want to let people on. You want to give them temporary codes and things like that. You can set it up without having to have like one universal temporary code that always seems to get shared with everybody. Okay. So you can be really creative. You can see 24-hour access. You can see access to all of the facilities, all of the buildings, or you can limit those and get really, really super granular with that information. All right. The reports. We're not going to go through all of these, but this is the differentiator between our solution and a lot of the other solutions out there. I know there's solutions that you can push a button inside the PMS and you can open gates, but obviously you can do that here, and we're finding operators doing so much more with the information than just open and closing gates. It really informs them on how they should run their business. When should I have maintenance there? When might I want to have somebody there for a couple of minutes? So if I have remote people serving 7, 8, 9 different facilities, when should they be there? How do I dictate their schedule such that they should go to Dallas North, Dallas West, Dallas East, in that order on these certain days, and really help them become successful, right? And help you become more successful. Because the fact of the matter is that the less people that you have to have on site, but your customers still feel like they're being served, everybody wins, right? So these reports, pretty self-explanatory, right? No entry, no exit, right? So we got loitering events. So if somebody sits on the property more than 3 hours, no entry, no exit is the tailgating report that we do. Okay, different activities by units and by visitors. If I wanted to set a reminder or an alert, actually, I'll pause on that. I'll get to that in a second. We've got different facility and application events. So really, really advanced information and technology that you can use to help serve your operation. Integration to HVAC. Smart door tells us when people open and close the door. It tells us when people do show up and shake the door and don't get in. Right? So maybe that'll inform us a little bit more. Delinquent tenant reports. Storage Genie. Who's using Storage Genie? How frequently are they using it? Right? We talked, and one of the features that we added to the Storage Genie app recently is your ability to give people access to gatekeep it. Give some people access and other people not access. So Storage Genie is the app that they have on their phone that allows them to open and close their own gates. Okay? One of the things about the Storage Genie app that really differentiates us is that we use location services and we use a Bluetooth beacon on the keypad. Well, why is that important? It's because my phone, as a customer, talks directly with the keypad. So I pull up within 50 feet, it senses I'm there, it searches the property management system, it says, hey, you are paid up and you are active, and it starts the process of opening the gate. So if you're doing boat and RV, or if you have keypads on walls where people have to get out of their car anyway, big garage doors or anything else, this is a really, really excellent tool because I don't have to pull out my phone, I don't have to find the app, I don't have to log into my app, and I don't have to push a button. Okay? Super important, and that is who's using these to help you. And if you want to charge a premium for that, we give you the ability to do that too. Okay? Scheduling reports. I can get any of these reports sent to me, at a certain frequency to different people in the organization. Pretty straightforward. Okay. Configuration. Again, a lot to go through, but time schedules, holidays, different devices. Okay, pairing each device. One of the things we do at OpenTech that was really important to all of our clients was they felt like they were paying too much once the installer or their installer got there, or they were working too hard to get them configured on site. So we configure them for you before we ship them. So we sit down with you, we talk about entry keypad, exit keypad, this door, that door, sliding door, what's it going to do, what are the hours, and then we configure that stuff for you, and then you can always go in and change it and update it because this is your system, not ours. Okay. Different facility settings. We talked about the keypad messages, different access areas, securities. They can have access to that building, to that floor, not to this building, whatever that looks like. Okay? So really advanced ability for you to not only help us help you set up the system, but you can go in and tweak it and adjust it, make it better as your organization grows. Okay? Alerts. So all of the things that you saw happening here basically are called events. So I can have predictive maintenance alert. Tell me if the gate opening closes 5,000 times, it's going to send me an alert and say, hey, we need to tighten up the chain and lock this down. We need to check power, whatever those things are. These are basic predictive maintenance alerts. Application status alerts. Let me know if the property management system is not communicating with the control center for more than 10 hours. Right? Oh, sorry, that's a gateway status alert. Application status alert is Storage Genie alerts and some of the other applications, the integrations, the DaVinci Lock integration, et cetera, et cetera. We've got other alerts set up across the top. Okay? Alert me if somebody's been on the property more than 5 hours. Alert me if somebody consistently tries to get into an invalid access area. Alert me if they punch the wrong code in more than 3 times. Do we want to be proactive and just call them real quick? Now, you want to be careful with alerts, right? Like anything else, you don't want to get a whole bunch of alerts to where it becomes white noise. I can set an alert to have a specific, when a specific person comes on site, it sends me an alert. Okay? I can think of many different reasons to want to do that. And then alerts between the Smart Gate and the Smart Eye products and solutions. Okay? So I took 19 minutes of your time. What I wanted you to know, this is by far the most advanced access control solution in the space, and that doesn't even mean all the amazing things we did with the hardware to make sure they worked, to make sure that you could troubleshoot them easily, to make sure that they were easy to replace components, and these were all part of our relationship with Public Storage in the 2600 facility rollout. Well, I appreciate you taking a moment to watch this video, hoping this has opened your eyes to see the differences between the other solutions that you're looking at out there. If you have any specific questions or you want to do a specific demo for your organization, please feel free to contact your BDM. and we can set that up for you immediately. Thank you so much. Have a great day.